I will distill some tactical details for you because they impact on the larger strategy, and run through very quickly so as to bring you all up to speed on what happened and how did it happen. This is the Indian side, this is the Pakistani side. We had some gaps in the north, center, south in AEW just to support it. And the IF fighters started an initial build-up that was picked up from the north and the center across IB at 0010 hours. And by that time, PAF had initiated its response within 2 minutes. By 0012, our response was activated. The IF started to get their fighters get airborne in large numbers. By the time it has come to 12:30, we were pretty sure that this is going to be the day and the time to knock some sense into these guys once again. So we commenced our multi-domain operations, the pride and joy and the new concept of war that we have. This is the picture that's getting jumbled up. We have huge number of IF fighters that are stacked up in azimuth and in vertical all across, and the PF DCA response is in position. The complete package, when it gets into shape, it is on 4 axes, and we perceive that they will have 4 incisions just to embroil. Up to 60 aircraft, including 14 Rafales, were electronically ID'd by all through our electromagnetic operational environment. We call it the EMO. So by the time they were in air, we had sorted out and contracted all fighters and accounted for. The 60 number, that augmented to 72 through their scrambles that kept on coming just to reinforce and supplement and to saturate the air defense. They thought they could do that for the Pakistani ADG, air defense ground environment. The complete DCA package response by Pakistani side was also there. We had 42 high-tech aircraft on our side, and the strategy was to have force concentration in our selected AOR and fight at our own strength. PF fighters ensured Pakistan's air sovereignty, and because of that, we first rerouted all civilian traffic that was about to go from Lahore, Islamabad, and this area, because we thought that this is going to be the hot plate. So we wanted safety for all the civil airliners. When they had seen this kind of a strong defense on our side, they resorted to launching their air-to-ground weapons while being cis-frontier. And as soon as they had launched the weapons, we could ID that instantly. And the Chief of the Air Staff, as I mentioned, he was in the COC. He has been there for a couple of nights. I have seen him there. So when I said that he spearheaded and he led from the front, he really did that. And he changed the contract. We were given the rules of engagement first to deter. And as soon as this thing happened, we changed our rules of the game in the air from deter to assure kill, deny own loss. PF strategy changed. We had a plan. We thought that Indians, the last time they said that they would have Rafales and they could have created any difference. So we targeted their center of gravity and the Rafales. That's why you see good numbers for that. We would have had more numbers, but we showed restraint. Ladies and gentlemen, the thing about this whole play time was this thing lasted for more than an hour. With so many large number of aircraft, so many large number of aircraft on both sides, with so many grinds, and the flow of the BVR, the modern warfare has changed so much that the long stick, the employment is if you don't shoot, you get shot. So that is why the art was to employ them optimally, and that was a big challenge for us. That is why I say that it has never happened before. These are the locations with the range bearing, electronic ID that we think that we are sure that we have shot a MiG-29 was shot 8 miles from LOC, bearing 24320 nautical miles from Srinagar. A Su-30 was shot 192 19 miles, 25 miles from LOC. We have the exact details because you cannot, in the modern battlefield, you cannot conjure up things out of imagination. You have an electronic ID. The aircraft gets picked up by his data link. As soon as you put on your radar, you show yourself, and nobody can hide, nobody can deny that. A Rafale was shot 54 miles from LOC in Srinagar. So you can have all these details. We have exact range bearings because when you employ your weapon, you know exactly when the missile is getting active, when it is getting, and the blip is disappearing, which is verified as you get down for the debrief. So none of the claims have any fat in them. So they are pretty clear, pretty concise, pretty accurate. And I have a audio from a Rafale formation that I will share. The call sign is Godzilla. As soon as those animals are extinct, so this one also got extinct. Please play. So he's asking whereabouts of his formation member. So the formation knows, his leader knows that his number, one of his flight member is not there. They have an RT. This is the original RT that they are exchanging, and they're asking about his position. He's giving his own operations as fine, but he has claims that I've seen an explosion in the air. And I will share this detail. It's a long RT that we have. If we can hear one RT of one formation member, we can hear all of them in panic and in distress. So the idea was to just to prize you guys and to share with you how complicated this was, how this example can be taken not to do when you know that the adversary has the long stick. But I must say that it is not the equipment that matters all the time. It is the training, it is the leadership that gives you the direction and the ownership that it shows. That's what matters. And the training, the operational competence that the whole formation has. And I hope they are slow learners, but I think they can get the drift of not doing it again. Thank you.
So this is the live coverage that their media itself is, because it's very strange that the Indians are saying that we have not lost any aircraft. So if you have seen the evidence, I'll just show you, add up what their own media and open source is telling.
Obviously, a lot of tension. 2-3 things I can confirm to you straight away is that the Srinagar Civil Airport, civil traffic has been shut at Srinagar Airport. And right now I'm in Papur. Now, as we have been reporting since morning, early morning, that there's a fighter jet that has crashed in this particular location. The remains of this jet are scattered in a large area. Air Force, Garud commandos and everyone has come to the location. The periphery has been completely sealed. But just to give you an idea of where it has happened, I'll ask Tariq. This is the tree. In fact, the chinar tree has taken the brunt of this particular crash, because otherwise it's a civilian built-up area and there could have been casualties. Right now, we won't speculate whose plane is this. Obviously, defense officials will come up with clarity on the same. But we've been told that at least 3 such incidents have happened across Jammu and Kashmir at 3 locations, and all 3 locations being secured by the Air Force and.
So 3. At that time, they are saying that we know that in Jammu and Kashmir, and the kills were 5. So this all were not in Jammu and Kashmir. So this is a picture of one of the location where the aircraft went down. On the right side, you are seeing that of the 12th April, and this is the next day after the engagement. So you can see the crash site clearly. So it was at a school. So this is again one person reporting from one of the sites. Another.
इस वक्त इंडिया के ज़ेर इंतज़ाम कश्मीर के पुलवामा ज़िले में हैं और ये वियन उसी पुलवामा ज़िले के पांपोर कस्बे का एक इलाका है। यहाँ पर रात के दौरान मकामी लोगों ने एक धमाके की आवाज़ सुनी, जिससे वो बाहर आए और उन्होंने देखा कि कुछ चीज़ जल रही है। उस मलबे से ये वाज़ेह नहीं हो पा रहा है कि वो कोई तैयारा है, कोई ड्रोन है या कोई ऐसा यूएवी है, लेकिन लोगों का कहना है कि उन्हें यकीन है कि वो एक जेट तैयारा है जो गिरकर तबाह हो गया है, लेकिन वो अनआइडेंटिफाइड जेट बॉम्बर है, जिसके बारे में ये पता लगाना बहुत मुश्किल है क्योंकि अथॉरिटीज़ ने अभी तक इस बारे में कोई तस्दीक नहीं की है। ये वाकया एक ऐसे वक्त हुआ है जब आज अथॉरिटीज़ ने कहा था कि वॉर ड्रिल्स का एहतमाम पूरे इंडिया के साथ साथ कश्मीर में भी किया जाएगा, लेकिन रात के दौरान ही एलओसी पर जहां शेलिंग की वारदातें हुई, वहीं ये धमाका भी यहां हुआ और ऐसा ही एक धमाका जम्मू के रामबन इलाके में भी हुआ है। इत्तलात आ रही है कि वहां पे गोलाबारी जारी है और पूंछ सेक्टर में शहरी आबादी में कई मकानात को नुकसान भी पहुंचा है।
I think yet to even acknowledge what they lost in 2019. So we are not much worried that they are not acknowledging. But the international media, the media must know the truth. Now this is one of the crash site or one debris of one crash site. You can see that very clearly. These are aircraft. This is yet another debris of another place. Next. So this is, you can see the tail number of one of the Rafale. You can see it clearly that is lying. That tail, which was at one time was on an aircraft, is now on ground detached. This is again, this engine was one part of one Rafale at one time, now it is on ground burning. The Indians may say that we have not lost everything, but fortunately I think for the world we are living in 21st century, it is not 18th century. Everything leaves a mark. So this is again, you can see again from the Rafale.
Earlier this week, the Defence Minister has told us about 25. What is the latest official figure from the Army?
So we don't have any confirmed figure on the casualties because we can give you confirmed that Alhamdulillah there have been not still now a single combat casualty of any soldier on the Pakistani side. There are injuries, but not any shahadat on our side. We understand from the observation that we are having of the posts and the military installations that are being targeted, that severe damage has occurred to them. I have shown you some visuals also of that, but we don't have any